On July 27, 2025, former NBA forward Marcus Morris Sr. was arrested at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport on charges of fraud, allegedly writing a check with insufficient funds based on an out-of-state warrant from Nevada. Morris is being held without bond in Broward County Main Jail while awaiting extradition. During a July 29th hearing, his attorney asked for bond. The judge denied it, citing the active warrant or potential extradition. Welcome to Davis Sports Report. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so to help us grow to 10,000 subscribers, and we thank you in advance. Now let's take a look at the historical timeline of Marcus Morris Sr. on and off the court. From 2008 to 2011, Marcus and his identical twin, Markieff, attended college and played basketball for the Kansas Jayhawks. In 2011, Marcus was drafted to the NBA in the first round as the 14th overall pick to the Houston Rockets, where he played until 2013. On February 26, 2012, the state of Kansas filed battery charges against Morris and another assailant for punching an employee of The Cave, a bar and nightclub in Lawrence, Kansas, in which they had been watching the final border war basketball match between Kansas and Missouri. Morris and Harris entered the diversion agreement for the battery charges, with Morris paying $300 diversion fee, $60 in court fees, and agreeing not to come in contact with the victim or the cave for 1 year. In 2013, Marcus was traded to the Phoenix Suns, where he got to play alongside his brother Markieff, who was drafted 13th overall by the Phoenix Suns. According to Wikipedia, while with the Suns, the azcentral.com labeled him one of Arizona's biggest sports villains. On January 24, 2015, Marcus and Markieff Morris were involved in 2 aggravated assault cases as 5 different men, including the twins and former Baltimore Ravens safety Gerald Bowman, allegedly assaulted 36-year-old Eric Hood outside the Nina Mason Pulliam Recreation Center in Phoenix, Arizona. Hood mentored the Morris twins from high school until the end of their college careers. The brothers assaulted Hood for, allegedly, sending an inappropriate text message to their mother. Yeah.
6:30,
Okay.
The aggravated assault trial of NBA players Marcus and Markieff Morris resumed today with the testimony from the man the brothers are accused of beating. Eric Hood testified that his relationship with the brothers became strained because of a misinterpreted text message. Hood also testified that there was nothing improper happening with him and the player's mother, despite their perception that it was. The Morris brothers are accused of helping 3 other people beat Hood back in 2015. 6:30.
The trial concluded on October 3, 2017, with the twins and Gerald Bowman found not guilty, and the accused Julius Kane and Christopher Melendez Jr. confessing to their guilt in September 2017. In spite of the resolution, the incident was considered a catalyst for the Suns trading Marcus to the Pistons on July 9, 2015, and a factor in dealing his brother to the Washington Wizards on February 18, 2016. As stated, from 2015 to 2017, Marcus played for the Detroit Pistons, and based on his history of throwing hands and feet, Detroit was the right place for him. I kid. If you aren't of a certain age, you wouldn't understand the Bad Boys of Detroit reference from the early 90s. But moving right along, from 2017 to 2019, Morris was traded to the Boston Celtics in exchange for Avery Bradley and a 2019 second-round draft pick. In 2019, Morris signed with the New York Knicks, and in 2020, he was traded to the LA Clippers in a 3-team trade where he stayed until 2023. On November 1st, 2023, the Philadelphia 76ers acquired Morris, Nicholas Batum, Kenyon Martin Jr., and Robert Covington from the Clippers in exchange for James Harden, PJ Tucker, and Philip Petrucci. As a part of the trade, the Clippers dealt a first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and a pick swap and cash consideration for the 76ers, while sending a pick swap and cash consideration to the Oklahoma City Thunder. On February 8, 2024, Morris was traded to the San Antonio Spurs in a 3-team deal involving the Indiana Pacers, However, he did not play any games for the Spurs and was waived on February 29th. Then, on a positive note, on January 11, 2024, Morris was awarded the key to the city of Philadelphia for his contributions on and off the court. The Morris twins helped create the Family Over Everything Foundation, an organization that assists members of underserved communities in Philadelphia and other cities.
Sixers player is getting a key to the city for his contributions on and off the court.
Check this out.
Any team I've ever been on, anytime I've been announced, they always say from North Philadelphia.
Oh, my goodness.
Marcus Morris Sr. is proud of his roots. He and his twin brother, Mavericks forward Markieff Morris, they were recognized for their work in Philadelphia yesterday. Marcus there gave an emotional speech explaining where his charitable and philanthropic nature comes from.
My mom always had an open door policy. She helped the kids in the neighborhood. She helped my family. And that's instilled in me to this day. I don't know nothing else different. So when I see people get love back, it means a lot to me. It really does, man.
There you go. And you see teammates Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, they were at the ceremony. Markieff wasn't able to attend, but wrote on social media, quote, "Receiving the key to the city is something my family will cherish for a lifetime." And when you hear his words and you see his face, he means it, right? It comes from a good place.
He felt that emotion. And that's what we love about a lot of the players that play for our teams. We saw it with the Eagles, raising money for charity. We see it here, literally being out in the community and doing so much more than your sport.
Talk about a great role model, right?
Yeah, and he's
That's
from
awesome.
here.
He's from here too, right? Got to stay true to your roots.
Absolutely.
On March 18, 2024, Morris signed a 10-day contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and on March 29th, he signed for the rest of the season. On September 15, 2024, Morris re-signed with the New York Knicks, but was waived on September 28th. Again, on July 27th, Marcus Morris Sr. was arrested reportedly at the airport and is being held at Broward County Jail without bond and will be extradited back to Nevada to face a judge.
Baller busted an NBA veteran, Marcus Morris, arrested right here in South Florida for fraud.
But his family says the situation has been really overblown. Local 10's Rosh Lowe is live. He's outside the jail in Fort Lauderdale to explain. Rosh.
So the word of the day here when covering this story is, in fact, you just mentioned it, busted. But we're not talking about the busted when you go over 21 in blackjack. We're talking about busted being put in cuffs at an airport. And this NBA player's family says, what is this all about? It's about $1,200.
No jackpot here. Marcus Morris Sr. in the Broward County Jail. Here is his arrest report. The charge is fraud, and it's a case out of Las Vegas. Morris, a veteran NBA forward, he last played for the Cleveland Cavaliers, was arrested Sunday at the airport. His brother Markieff, also an NBA player, posted on X, "The wording is crazy. Damn, for that amount of money, they'll embarrass you in the airport with your family. They got y'all really thinking, bro, did some fraud expletive. They could have came to the crib for all that." When you all hear the real story on this expletive man, all I can say is lesson learned. Bro will tell you all tomorrow. This weird expletive gave me a headache. Can't stop nothing. His agent, Yoni Noy, says this isn't fraud at all, just an unpaid casino marker worth more than $1,200. In a post on X, he called the arrest absolute insanity, adding there was zero fraud. We're still trying to get information out of the Las Vegas Police Department, but right now Morris being held without a bond until he's extradited back to Vegas.
So Morris's family indicated in that X post that he would love to share his story, and we wanted to share his story, except he's not being released from jail. Why? Because he has to be extradited back to Las Vegas to face these charges. We should know a lot more when we get the detailed arrest report. We only have a short arrest report now. Why authorities went after him for apparently a $1,200 marker.
So you heard what they had to say. Now, Morris's twin brother, Markieff, is stating that this is over $1,200. But Wikipedia, along with other outlets, are stating that this was a much bigger deal than what the twin brother is making it, stating that the funds reached an amount of $250,000 worth of bad checks. Let us know what you think. Do Do you think this is a setup and being blown out of proportion? Or is this justified treatment of an ex-baller that has made such an impression on his hometown that he's received the key to the city? Drop your thoughts below. We would love to hear what you think about this case. Thanks so much for watching. If you didn't already hit that like button, go ahead and do so. And again, subscribe so you can help us grow to 10,000, as well as keep up with what our current subscribers are saying in these sports streets. We really appreciate you. As always, I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.